you have to separate that thing from you. Like, what I went through as a child, as a teenager, shit that I'll go through in the future, it's not me. It's something that is happening to me. It's something that happened to me. If you personalize that thing with you and your soul, you're almost breaking your own heart because you're telling yourself that that thing is associated to me. I can never get rid of that thing. No, that thing just happened to you, and you can work to release that thing. I want to remind people that we, again, depending on what you believe in, I can only speak on what I believe in, we were souls before we came here. We got a physical body on this earth, and then we went through shit as children, and we'll still go through shit as humans. But we had a soul long before we came here and experienced that trauma. So to tell your soul that this is a part of me, that's a lie. That thing is teaching you something. You're going to go through shit to learn something, and sometimes the shit you go through, like, why the fuck did I have to go through that? We don't know, but all we can do is heal ourselves and remember that that's not me. It's something that happened to me. Ayo. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Almost birthday girl.
Aw, shit.
Y'all, it's her birthday this weekend.
I know, it's my
Make sure.
birthday. It's like the
Send her
least.
some love.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, it's the less birthday ever because although I'm very excited, I'm going on a getaway with my mans. It's been such a freaking busy ass month, and especially a week. Like, it's been a busy ass week.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew because, like, next week, like, at work, like, I'm, like, planning an event. Like, and then there's this other thing going on. Like, it's just, like, a busy ass week for me next week, which means the week leading up, I have to do, like, all the logistics and
Yes.
stuff. And it's
Final
just been
details.
very, very crazy. And, like, usually I want to, like, be in a calm, balanced state of mind when I'm
Yeah.
approaching my birthday. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm feeling the good vibes, but I am, like, high-key stressed.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on.
Well, right, but, like, my life is, like, good. I'm happy with, like, every aspect of my life. I'm proud of myself and all my accomplishments from the past year. Like, I'm really excited for this new year, but, like, still very much, like, physically and mentally, like, exhausted.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, which is annoying. I want to start off Scorpio season, like, fuck everybody.
Right. Well rested.
But, like, I'm not going into it like that at all. She's a busy gal.
Yeah. The Libra energy's lingering. Like, gotta get it out. Gotta
know.
party.
Seriously. So, like, I just, like, really don't want to, like, have, like, a mental breakdown from, like, my tired, like, stress.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I feel like I'm headed there. And I don't want to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, hopefully on your getaway this weekend, it can be a little
That's
relaxing.
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
just like chilling, getting
That's the vibe.
You know?
Nature-y.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
that. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
like that's really all I could
Unplug.
ask for. Yeah. It's like I'm not here.
Exactly.
To everyone else, I'm dead.
Yeah, I don't exist.
I died.
I no longer
and then I will be
exist.
reborn on the first day of Scorpio season, aka my birthday.
Yes.
You know how it goes. How you doing? I know you're stressing
Yeah,
for your own things.
Yes, one of my best friends is getting married this weekend.
Crazy.
So that is crazy. One of my first friends to actually be getting married. So, like, I
Right.
don't know. It's just a very strange feeling. There's
It's a
lots
milestone.
Right. It is a
It's
milestone.
like, holy shit, we growing up.
Right.
You decided you're going to be with him forever.
Right. First person who decided forever. And I know other friends are going to do the same, but like it's just the start of something new, like a new chapter.
Yeah, and like you've known her when you guys were like teens, like you know what I mean? Early teens.
Yeah, children.
Children, literally.
Children,
So it's like
children.
to see a friend like that, or someone that you know, really making this like big change in their life, like this very responsible like thing.
I know.
That people do. I feel like it's kind of like, whoa. Like it's like paradox shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It is. Even though it's obviously not happening to me, like we've known each other for so long and we're so close. It's such a big thing. It's funny. I found myself getting nervous the past few days. I'm
Yeah.
like, is she nervous?
Well,
Yeah. Of course.
girl. It's our wedding, yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's just wild, but exciting. So, you know, she gone 40 this weekend.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait, I love this for
Celebrating
her.
love, and we love her, you know, fiance, soon to be husband.
Yeah.
So.
They're a match made in heaven.
They are.
Honestly. They're like
Virgo,
perfect
Gemini.
for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so very excited. But a little nervous too, because, you know, like I said, I also have to do a speech.
Yeah.
I'm good at giving speeches in front of people, but I haven't recited it too many
Yeah.
times yet. And I feel like when I get nervous, I do talk fast.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like you're going to be drinking. So like maybe if you
True.
have like a couple of drinks, it'll like calm you down like the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Where you just kind of go with the vibes. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like you're going to be vibey because you're going to be happy and you're going to have your speech there and you're going to like look at people and they're
Yeah.
going to like feed you that good energy. Like I think it's going to go perfectly.
Thank you.
Just remember that like even if it doesn't or if you change something on your speech and you speak in the moment,
Yeah.
like that's fine too.
Yeah.
Because like that might happen. You know, you just never know.
Could just come from
Just
the
be
heart.
open. Yeah.
And I requested to go first. I'm using your trick. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
Y'all,
Ah,
if you
I'm
didn't
so
know,
proud of you.
y'all, if you didn't know, Sarah has this wonderful trick to, if you're ever presenting or something like that, go first.
Yeah.
You get it out the way, because I feel like it's true. You build up so much anxiety
You
and
do.
nerves waiting to go.
And you compare yourself to everyone else. Whereas if you go first, you take the power back. And you're just like, you know what? No, everyone's going to compare themselves to me.
Yes.
Okay, you know what I mean? And like, even if you tank it, which you won't.
Right.
Like,
There's
you can't
other
help but
people.
like, know that people are not going to be thinking about yours. Like, you weren't
Exactly.
last. People aren't comparing you.
Right.
You're kind of setting the tone. You know? And then you get to enjoy the rest of the freaking evening.
Right.
Instead of like being like, oh shit, mine's coming up. Oh shit, mine's coming up.
Right.
Or like, you know, class when you do projects.
Yeah.
Like, just go first. Get it over with. You could have to go anyway.
Exactly.
Why not just go first?
Yes.
So
So I'm
I'm
doing
so excited for you.
Yes.
You're going to do fabulous. I have something funny to share.
Okay. Tell
And like it's astrology related, so
Uh-huh.
I know that people are gonna love it. Okay, so at my job, obviously like every different job, like your company has like a different I would call it like a phone book where you can like see like the people's names, their email address,
yeah.
their department, their manager, like at least all the big tech companies I work with, like they have that. Not even non-tech, they have that. But what's different about this company is that they also add their birthday.
Oh my gosh.
And when I tell you,
That's amazing.
this just does things for me.
Yeah.
Like, let's say I'm interacting with someone and I'm really fucking with them or they're very organized or like it's just a vibe. I'm like, let me go look at their birthday. You a fucking Gemini. I knew it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it
You're
feels
like,
so
we're
good.
vibing.
But then on the other end of it, when people are like really disorganized
Yeah.
or like kind of mean, you know what I mean? Like kind of rude or short or whatever it may be, I'm like, let me go look at their birthday. And I'm like, got it. This is how now I will approach you.
Yes.
I won't talk too much with you. With you, I'll keep it short. With you, I'll ask for more details. With you, I trust you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like, I don't know that I needed this because no matter what, as an astrologer, you're very much interested in the signs of like the people you're interacting with better, even if you have their birth chart. Not on some weird shit like, I don't like you because you're a Gemini. Like, I don't fuck with that shit. It's just interesting to know like where people are coming from and why they're working with the energy that they're working with.
Yeah.
And maybe why we're getting along easily or maybe why we need to do a little work in this relationship. So it's just been very, very beneficial for me and overall just fun.
Yeah, that's so fun. I actually found out my work has the same thing when we were on our offsite 2 weeks ago.
That's so cool.
So sometimes I was chatting to people. It was a really good time too. I felt very comfortable to be myself and
Yeah.
talk about astrology.
Yeah.
And people were like asking me
Yeah.
about like their signs and stuff. So that was cute and fun. And I remember there was this one guy who was telling me he was one sign, but he was lying. So I went and I checked and I was like,
Wait, was it a neighbor sign or was it just a completely different sign?
it was.
Was it the next sign over or no?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't a neighboring sign.
Okay, so like he
But
was lying.
saying he was totally lying. He was saying he was a Leo, but he was actually an Aquarius.
That's literally your opposite sign.
Right.
Where did he get that?
I
how
think he
have
was just
why
trying
didn't
to
you
fuck
bring
with
it up?
me.
Why didn't you bring it up?
I did with him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you lie?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I was like, you lied. No, I was drunk, so I looked it up and I was like, you lied. You're lying.
so what did he say?
He was just like, yeah, I'm an Aquarius, so I was just fucking with you.
That
I
is
was
such
like,
an
I don't
Aquarius
like that.
thing to do,
No,
honestly.
exactly.
Like,
I was that
Aquas just love fucking with you just to
Makes
see
sense.
how you'll react.
Yeah.
But, like, you lied first.
Right.
So, like, my reaction, it doesn't really mean anything because you lied to get me here.
Right. But manipulating
I'ma
the
out-fuck you.
situation. Right.
Fucker.
But it's so fun to be able to see, and I feel like especially in the workplace,
Yeah.
because
Gosh.
people are trying to put their best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
They
I
are.
just like having a little bit of detail on how I can best communicate with you or interact
Exactly.
with you.
I absolutely agree. And, like, why I shouldn't take it so seriously.
Right.
Because, like, this is your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
Straight up.
Truly, because some people are just cold.
Mm-hmm.
And as a, you know, heavy Libra placement in sidereal, and also growing up in a home where, like, a lot of people just weren't showing their emotions openly, and I thought I had to, like, people please to get them to show their emotions. As an adult now, I feel weird when people are cold towards me, even though I myself can be cold. But, like, I feel like I just need to see that you can be warm, and then I'll be warm, too. But when
Yeah.
people are cold, then I turn into an ice queen. I'm like, oh, so you're mean.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're gonna be mean, then I'm not gonna give you the exclamation point. I'm not gonna be how are you when I ask something. I'm not gonna start it off with a how
Yeah,
are
you just get the direct.
you know, because they're direct.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's
for
like it makes me
sure.
feel dumb when I'm going out of my way to put like a comforting tone in my message or email, but it's
Yeah.
never reciprocated.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm not gonna change who I am, but I will definitely readjust to make this
Yeah.
a more balanced interaction.
Yeah. I like that. You know, I've been thinking the same with someone that I've recently started working with. Nice person,
Yeah.
but it's just a little like dry when I
Yeah.
put a lot of smiley faces and
Yeah.
exclamation points.
Absolutely. That's my laptop.
And so I'm just like, I'm gonna check his sign and maybe cool it a little
Yeah.
bit on there. Just see how we can best communicate. you know?
Absolutely.
'Cause, yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
feeling a little silly.
Exactly. And I hate feeling like a dumb bitch.
Right.
When I'm really just going out of my way to like make you more comfortable.
Right.
Because that's how I'd want to be approached.
Right.
If someone's asking me to do something
Same.
or starting a conversation. But not everyone does that, and that's fine. We don't all have to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
But I should change how I'm doing things if I feel like I'm being frustrated because I look stupid.
100%.
Mm.
I feel like all companies should have a directory with people's birthdays, though.
I really think they should. It really makes things much easier for me
Yes.
because in my other companies, I would definitely have to ask. And I would somehow bring it up in the conversation. You know, like I don't, with some people, you can be like, when's your birthday? Da-da-da-da-da. And they'll
Yeah.
answer. With some people, you gotta be like, yeah, like I just love fall because like I'm an October baby. Like, wait, what month were you born? You gotta like ease them into
That's
it.
good.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I feel like you had a good one for asking people like their birth time.
Yeah,
too.
I do. I'm like, I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
Like, are you a morning person or a night person? I heard like depending on when you were born, like it really affects like what type of person you are. Do you know what time you were born?
There you go, you guys.
That's how you do it.
Getting that info for your crush.
Yeah,
Yeah, anybody really.
really. Mm.
Oh my gosh. Okay, did you see that video of Issa and
Oh my God.
Usher?
Oh, who?
Usher.
Oh,
was
no, I
just
didn't
being
see
funny.
that.
Oh.
What happened?
Okay, so I guess Issa went to Usher's show in Vegas because, you know, he has like a residency there right now.
Uh-huh.
And he brought her up on stage and was like serenading her. And it was so...
Wait, how was she reacting to this? You know, she's a Capricorn.
She was feeling it. She
was
was like looking into his eyes. And then he was like, Issa, like, I want to sing to you. And then you could tell she was like, but my husband, though. Like,
Yeah.
it was
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what about her husband?
Oh, it was good.
Wait, so did he sing?
Yeah, he sang to her.
And was she in love?
She wasn't in love, but she was definitely like, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like she was feeling
Mhm,
it.
She was feeling it.
I
It
mean,
was
like,
cute.
think about it like
was
this.
good.
Like, you know, like, imagine, like, 13-year-old you, someone's like, Usher's gonna serenade you, but you're gonna be married. You're gonna be like, that's fine.
Exactly.
I can be serenaded.
Right.
And be in the moment.
Right.
I can think that it's me and Usher for a day.
And if my husband doesn't allow me this, my boyfriend,
bro.
whoever, we shouldn't
No.
even be together.
No,
Because
please
why
stop.
won't you allow me this fantasy?
No, please. Actually, like, they need to fucking relax. We've talked about fucking
Yeah.
hall passes. A hall pass, I'll fuck. You know what I mean? And you better give me those 3 hall passes. And that's a fact. But, like,
Straight
Usher
up.
singing to you, that's very PG.
That's so
If they say
PG.
no to that, girl, run.
Right.
Like, they are controlling.
For
They don't want to
real.
see you feel joy.
At all.
And really, I feel like you really shouldn't be fucking Usher because, you know, he has.
True.
So it will always stay PG
True.
with him.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
But seriously,
Allegedly, I have to
there's
say.
nothing wrong with a little lap dance from Usher on the stage
Yeah.
with the serenade.
No, absolutely. It's Usher. Like I said,
It's Usher.
it's when it's a famous person.
Yeah.
That's always okay. Because what are the chances of that happening?
Right.
So this rule doesn't apply for anybody on the street. It's a lap dance from so and so. I knew her from the fucking 10th grade.
No.
Like no,
No, that's gross.
That's weird. That's weird.
gross.
And there's a lack of boundaries there because
Yes.
who is she? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now, if it's like Megan Fox or like
Right.
someone, I'm like, oh yeah,
That's okay.
I totally,
I
I'm
would
jealous.
Be a little jealous. Exactly. You're like,
But
"Oh,
who am I to
this is
stop
very-
your happiness for a day?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely 100%. So you said Issa, and I saw a video of her today, and it was with Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway was doing an interview.
Anne Hathaway.
Me too. She's my Scorpio queen. She was doing it, and then Issa was walking up behind her on the red carpet, and she's like, oh, I love her. And she touched her, and then Anne Hathaway looked at her. She's like, oh no, this needs to happen. And she tells the camera, hold on. They have like a little moment, and they're like, she was like, this is like the only reason I came. Like, I can't wait to like hang out with you. And I'm like, the connection I didn't know I needed, but I'm
Right.
so here for. But I'm like, this Capricorn and this Scorpio, like, I feel like they love each other. 'Cause,
Yes.
like, the energy I felt between them, like, they were just, like, so excited to be in each other's presence.
Yeah, I mean, they both give such boss woman energy.
Literally.
Such strong, confident in who they are.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, of course, they want to chat.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope they make a project together
Oh,
or something.
it would be so
Oh, that'd
good.
be legendary. Just gave
No,
myself chills.
let's manifest it.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? They're going to do great things.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh.
Yeah.
And I would love to see Anne Hathaway in like a little comedy.
Yeah,
You know,
me
again,
too.
Like a little Princess Diaries moment.
God,
where it's
I
like
love
a little
her. She
silly,
doesn't
a little
age.
love. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Here for it.
So here for it. Dynamic duo.
Yep. Okay, so I saw this crazy TikTok. And I posted it on our Instagram story and my personal Instagram story because it was just one of those where I'm like, everybody, I'm gonna
Everybody
need
needs to see
everybody
it.
to watch this shit. Like when I see a TikTok that's like about like trauma, pain, healing, no, stupid shit too. And I feel like it's one of them that's like a gem.
Yeah.
I will put it on every platform. I feel like I'm doing a service to humanity. In case it didn't show up on their
Spreading
feed,
this-
I need to let you know.
Yeah.
I need to help you.
Right.
Because it helped me.
Spread
I would
the
never
info.
I would never keep it to myself. Never.
Never. Share the wealth.
So it is, I'm gonna tell you guys her page. It's called Dahlia Kurtz, DAHLIAKURTZ. And she's interviewing Dr. Gaber Mate. Yerba Mate. Anyway, they're having this insightful, deep conversation about childhood trauma. And she asks him, well, do we just get traumatized by what happens in our childhood? Can someone who's in their, 20s, 30s, can something happen to them where they're deeply traumatized, like we talk about childhood trauma?
Yeah.
And he says, let me tell you this. And he uses some sort of statistic that says, like, and I may butcher this, but it's like this. He says when 100 soldiers go to war, about 80% of them come back and they're okay. The 20% that is not okay and they're suffering from deep PTSD, those are the ones that have childhood trauma. So when you have childhood trauma, when you go through something traumatizing as an adult, you are the type of person that's going to be affected by it heavily because of your childhood and the trauma you endured in your childhood. And I thought that was so crazy. And, I know a lot about like childhood trauma, healing, spiritual journeys, but I've never heard that before. I had no idea that that's just how much it affects you. Like, we've always known, like, if you've gone through some shit as a kid, obviously your road to healing is a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a little bit more problems, like you're gonna have a lot more problems dealing with your relationships as an adult, loving yourself, loving other people, wanting a happy family, like shit like that. But to hear it in that sense, because like PTSD, like we know in soldiers, is such a big issue.
Yeah.
And to like understand childhood trauma in that capacity, like that's crazy. That like when you go through something super traumatizing as an adult, depending on your trauma as a child, that's how much that trauma as an adult will stick with you. Like you will have a harder time healing and getting through troubling times in your adulthood, depending on your childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was crazy.
That is crazy because I've never heard it explained like that, but like it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It makes complete sense.
I feel like sometimes when people say things the way that they word it, I'm like, oh, duh.
Yeah, of course. But it's crazy because it makes me think, I mean, not that America would ever do it, but like they really and I was thinking about it. Oh my God, I have so much to say right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and we already know that they go to lower income neighborhoods.
Yeah.
To get people to be drafted to war, to become soldiers. And who are the children with the most childhood trauma? It's usually the kids that are born into lower income families. You know what I mean? Immigrants.
Yeah.
People that didn't have a stable home growing up.
Yeah.
Those are the people that are the easier to draft, you know what I mean, to war, or to just get people to be in the military. And it's crazy that once they leave, those are also going to be the people that have the most trauma because of their childhood. So I feel like they should be doing some sort of testing and asking more questions before they allow people to join the military.
More mental health
But they will never. They would never.
I know. I feel like they do like a basic kind of like sanity check, but you need to go deeper and maybe have some straight up therapy sessions because
some people are not equipped.
Going to be so much more negatively affected by the war afterwards.
Exactly, because them trying to basically come back to a normal society after after having PTSD, like they're never gonna be normal. Yeah. Like those people, I can say some deep childhood trauma. I don't know if I'm ever gonna be normal. You know what I mean? But like I'm trying and I'm making sure I have all the tools and I'm in the right environment to heal. War. Not a right environment to heal.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're going to get worse.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was crazy because we all know that we should go to therapy and we should deal with our inner demons and we should communicate to the people that have hurt us, how what they did affected us. But some of us just don't. We don't take it too seriously. But I just want to tell people, like, who knows? Maybe when you grow up and you go through some shit, maybe it'll be just as traumatizing as the shit you went through in your childhood. Might as well heal the shit you have from your childhood so in case you go through something as an adult, you have the right tools and the capacity to heal as an adult. Yeah. So you're not just doubling down on your trauma and just going through horrible shit, and you haven't even healed from the past, and now you're just, spiraling. Yeah. And you can't get any sort of control or stability in your life. Yeah. And that's easier said than done because we all need more money, more time, a good therapist, in order to do all those things. But I just really want people to prioritize it. Yeah. Because otherwise it can get worse.
Yeah. I think another reason, though, too, is like people are avoiding, if that makes sense. Like,
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Most of the shit we went through as children is disgusting, is the best way for me to say it.
And I feel like for a lot of people, because they don't have these resources, you just push it to the back of your mind, try and forget that it ever happened, and glaze over it. But when you're making such a serious decision, such as signing your life away to the military, I think that's something that you should then rethink about. Or any time that you may think that you're going to be re-triggered. Like knowing that information, I want to be so much more sensitive of any situation I put myself in now.
I mean, at the end of the day,
I'm more easily triggered.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not even just about people in military. It goes to as simple as you just fighting with your significant other or friends. You know what I mean? Like that usually is coming from a place of pain. As it relates to your childhood trauma. I read a post that was really interesting. They said, Next time you're arguing with your partner, ask yourself, or you're triggered, by your partner, ask yourself, how old do I feel right now? That's a very good question to ask. And it literally relates back to this topic of, when you're being traumatized, or you're going through something shitty, or you're triggered, really it's your inner child out right now. You really do not have the capacity to act as an adult.
Yeah.
You freak out, you know what I mean? Or you literally just shut down. Like, that is your inner child. So if you want to take your power back and be able to have healthy communication and healthy, some healthy resolution in your life, you need to deal with your childhood trauma. You need to go to therapy. And like Maya said, that shit is ugly. Some of the memories that I think about, they're so fucked up that I feel like disgusted that the inner child in me had to go through that. You know what I mean? Sometimes I wish I don't remember some of the things that happened to me, because it makes me so fucking sad. And I wish I could go back and protect myself, but that's not an option. And I know me pretending it didn't happen or thinking that it's fake, like, what is that going to do for me?
It doesn't do
like, yeah, for a little bit, I'll be like, no, that didn't happen. Okay, but it did, and your body remembers it. Your body remembers trauma.
You feel it. You feel it. All of this discussion also reminds me, and I feel like solidifies the point of what you said, that, people who are traumatized and go back into triggering situations, they will be more traumatized, or they feel it more deeply as well. It's something I remembered when I was in college. I learned that, everyone talks about violent video games, right? And kids who play violent video games. And afterwards, if they are more violent. It turns out if you don't come from a violent home, you are violent for maybe, 15, 30 minutes after you see that bit of violence. But if you do come from a home of violence, you will be more violent for longer afterwards.
Yes. I'm so happy you brought this up.
Yeah.
Because I've read this too, and I thought about it when I read that, because I was trying to understand it, and it makes complete sense. And I'm like, but why? And then I thought about it. It's probably because it feels more familiar. You have the capacity for it because you've gone through this very thing. But yeah, I feel like you just have more capacity for things that you've already gone through.
Yeah.
And it almost very sadly feels like home. They say, like, you end up with someone who's toxic. Probably they remind you of your toxic mom or toxic dad. It's the same thing. Like, even though we know that it's not right, that is what we know.
Yeah.
So it feels like home.
Yeah.
And like you almost feel like you deserve it. I don't know why. It's so sad, and that's why you have to go to therapy.
Yeah.
Because you don't deserve it, but something inside of you is telling you, well, that's all you know, so might as well just stick with it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I want to break this pattern. I want to break this generational curse.
Well, I think you're hitting the nail on the head, because it's like, it feels familiar, and we know how we act with familiarity.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people like it. They continue to do the same thing. They don't try and burst out of it.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like we always talk about, like, be brave, try and get past, like, the awkward, uncomfortable stage of things, because that's what therapy is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, therapy isn't going to be easy, y'all, but it will allow you to have such better relationships and give you the tools to protect that inner child within you. And you do have to work twice as hard when you've come from this trauma. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. We have to work twice, 3 times as hard to get through this. But now that we know these facts, maybe you will be more mindful of the situations you're putting yourself in, because you know that you can literally be so much more easily triggered, and it will take you to that dark place again.
Absolutely. Another piece of advice I want to give people, and it's something that I've had to teach myself, is the trauma that you went through, the things that happened to you, and even if bad things continue to happen to you, because, life isn't perfect, you have to separate that thing from you. Like, what I went through as a child, as a teenager, shit that I'll go through in the future, it's not me. It's something that is happening to me. It's something that happened to me. If you personalize that thing with you and your soul, you're almost breaking your own heart, because you're telling yourself that thing is associated to me. I can never get rid of that thing. No, that thing just happened to you, and you can work to release that thing. I want to remind people that we, again, depending on what you believe in, I can only speak on what I believe in, we were souls before we came here. We got a physical body on this earth, and then we went through shit as children, and we'll still go through shit as humans. But we had a soul long before we came here and experienced that trauma. So to tell your soul that this is a part of me, that's a lie. That thing is teaching you something. You're going to go through shit to learn something. And sometimes the shit you go through, like, why the fuck did I have to go through that? We don't know. But all we can do is heal ourselves and remember that that's not me. It's something that happened to me.
That's powerful, seriously, because we can't control the situations around us, especially as kids and even as adults at the end of the day. I can't control if my ceiling fell down right now. You know what I mean? We can't control that, but we can always control how we react to the situation and how we feel within and how we feel centered within.
And that's why boundaries are so important, because as adults, we have the power and tools to set those boundaries. As kids, someone's mean to you, someone, you know what I mean, does something horrible to you as a child, you can't run out the house and be like, I'm out of here. Like, you know what I mean? You're kind of stuck there. But as adults, we have the power and the tools to be able to remove ourselves from situations like that. And you have to be brave and bold enough to do that. To be like, I don't like this. I don't like the way I'm treated. I don't like the way you hurt me. I don't like the way you speak to me. I'm going to remove myself. You have that power now as an adult. You know?
And I love this conversation because I feel like it's very, like, Scorpio full moon energy.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like setting those boundaries. And I will also fucking burn something to the ground if I need to, you know? Because I need to be reborn in a new me who sticks up for myself and who doesn't put up with your BS. Like, I'm not going to put myself in these situations.
Absolutely. I'm going to heal. And you meant Scorpio new moon, right?
Yes, sorry.
Okay,
yes,
no,
Scorpio
I want to say it so that people know. Because, yes, it does give very much that.
Sorry.
I knew what you meant.
Yes.
And it does. Because, like, Scorpio is all about healing the parts of yourself that need to be healed in order to thrive in life. And letting the parts of you that no longer fulfill you die. You know, at the end of the day, the childhood trauma we went through, it needs to die.
Yes.
But first, it needs to be dealt with.
Yes.
Because you not dealing with it, it doesn't die. It's your little friend that follows you around everywhere. You know what I mean? Not so much a friend of me. But you really just want to kill it by dealing with it. And you have to be bold and courageous enough to do so.
Yeah.
And I believe in you.
Get comfortable with that dark side.
You really got it.
It's you. We all got it. So, I want to talk about this thing that I've been seeing, and I'm really excited that men are having to experience it slightly for the first time. So, have you seen these period stimulators?
Yes. Oh my God.
Y'all, if you haven't seen one of these videos of like these period ache stimulators, you have to watch them.
Yeah.
Okay? Because men are literally like falling to their knees like, oh, it hurts.
Literally.
And it's so funny because, I mean, it just solidifies that women are awesome. It sucks that we have to go through this pain. And really the whole reason why they do this is to like bring awareness to, I think it's called endometriosis.
I know what you're talking about. Something?
Something, yes. Something.
You're not here for a medical fucking show.
We're not medicals, but medicals.
I'm not a medical. Who do you think I am? A medical practitioner?
Right. But it's to bring awareness actually to like something that goes down there.
In the uterus?
In the uterus.
Oh,
for
good.
women.
I'm glad. Honestly.
And that, some period pain isn't actually normal.
Yeah.
Like when it's like really, really bad, it's like not normal. But yeah, I just absolutely love these videos. And when the women are asking them questions, like, how would you feel if you had to have this a whole week?
No, literally.
And you had to go to work. They're always like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you couldn't.
Can you imagine?
No, you couldn't. But I love those videos too because they have different levels. Some of the ones I've watched.
Yeah.
And sometimes the men like tap out at like the 5th level. And I'm just like, you fucking pussy.
Right.
But it's fine. It's cool. It's fine if you can't endure it and you don't have to. But at least be understanding of women when they tell you, I am in deep pain right now.
Yeah.
And it's not just a once in a lifetime thing. It's every month, y'all. So like
for multiple days for some people.
Yeah. I just hate it because men really never have to go through something like that monthly.
Yeah.
And I feel like if we didn't live in such a misogynistic world, we would definitely be having time off for our periods. Or if men were going through the same thing, we would all have time off.
Yeah.
But because men aren't,
Guaranteed.
they're like, oh, get over it.
I want these ladies to somehow get a deal with the Department of Education, and every man has to, like, in their health class, you have to get this, like, period stimulator thing so they all know what we have to go through.
I think that's a fabulous idea.
Yeah.
And I just also think that there should be some sort of like device, in the future where like women and men, like if they're being judgy, they have to experience what the other gender is talking about for one day before they get to decide about what should happen. Because like you really don't know what it is until you walk in someone else's shoes. You really don't. I was telling Maya, I was like, yo, one day I wish I could like rent out a park and, as a woman, like I feel like all women can go on a walk at night with both of their headphones on, just vibing, and everyone's safe. Everyone's safe. I don't know what it feels like for it to be nighttime with the beautiful moonlight hitting me, and I have both of the headphones in my ear, listening to my favorite vibey playlist high, like just living my best life. I don't know what that is.
Right.
Like I'm outside with maybe one headphones on at night, and I'm always constantly looking around.
Gotta be looking.
Because shit's
low.
weird. Literally,
she
music
can't
low.
Be like,
no, definitely. Don't even
it.
move your body. Don't have a smile on your face.
Yeah,
Don't look like you're enjoying yourself.
You're so right.
Because that just means that you're ready.
Right. I mean, you can't even do that in the day, really.
Exactly.
People start acting all crazy.
Absolutely.
Like,
Like, I can't even have a normal, I have an RBF anyway, but like, either way, what if I want to smile?
People are like, oh my God, how can I help you?
Oh my God, I can't.
No.
But yeah, y'all, we need to make it happen.
Yes.
Hot girl walk park.
Okay, I also wanted to talk about, because I'm a stoner, apparently gas stations are going to be selling that ganja now.
Yeah, I saw that. That Bammer weed.
That Bammer weed. At the gas station.
No, I feel like
Circle K.
I would never.
Which is
I'm sorry.
extra funny. I feel like it's funny that it's Circle K.
It's
it would be
hilarious. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like you better be ready for an experience if you get in that gas station weed. Like, seriously.
Right.
I don't know if you're going to get high, but you're going to get something.
It's gonna be like that. What was that? Salvia.
Girl, yes. You mean the legal shit? Okay, so when I was in high school, like salvia is like legal in California.
Know, yeah.
And I remember one time, and I. Because it was legal, like smoke shops to sell it. And I remember like I tried it and I'm like, this is weird. Like I hated it. Because at that point I had already, smoked like real weed. Mm-hmm. But when I tried that, I'm like, who would want this? Like, this is not right. And then one of my other friends, she had a whole ass bad trip. Like she was freaking out. Like it was like, and I believed her because that shit was weird.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
Some things should just not be made. I don't trust man-made shit like that.
Yeah, government made.
No.
Like what?
And the name. It sounds so similar to saliva.
Yeah.
Salvia. Saliva. What is it, like a tongue twister?
Yeah.
Don't like that. Yeah.
No, don't like it.
Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like that fake shit.
And of course
that gas station weed though.
Of course it's happening in Florida. It's supposed to be happening in Florida.
What if
I feel like that is also iconic.
What if they name it Gassed Up?
They need to. Hire her.
I don't know if we can work together.
She said I don't want that.
I could be your
ghost
product manager. Don't put my name on it.
Oh, gassed
that
up.
Bammer weed. Gassed up.
Also, for us college students out here.
Oh my God.
Student loan forgiveness applications are open. Very easy. Make sure you go do it, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be open forever.
Yeah. When is the last day? Do you know?
I think.
Is it all of October?
I think it's all of October.
Okay, cool.
But don't wait on that shit. It literally takes 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So don't wait.
Where can they find it? On the website?
Yeah.
Student loan?
.gov, student loan.
Studentloan.gov? Okay, something like that.
Also, you can look on my Twitter because I retweeted it like 5 times.
Yes. Go get that money, honey. Okay, so I feel like we need to talk about Scorpio season because it's literally, 2 days away from when they're watching.
So cool, man.
Like, it's here.
I know the people are
And I feel like people need to be aware. This ain't no average Joe Schmo Scorpio season. It is an eclipse season, Scorpio season. We have the Scorpio new moon that is happening on Tuesday, October 25th. That is also the busiest day at my job, and I'm very nervous, but send me good energy. Like, it would, you know?
Yeah, right.
And then I don't know when the full moon in Taurus is, but sometime in November, I believe. It's a lunar eclipse. So it's starting. And I don't even know if I'm the right person to be giving you this advice, but, you know, chill out. We will be doing it together.
Yes.
Because more than any other time, eclipse energy is just chaotic.
So chaotic.
But really, it's fated chaos. Like, it's chaos that is happening, that is meant to happen, that is supposed to streamline you into the life that you're supposed to have. So really just be open to any sort of change that is happening, even things that you don't understand, like, this is not how I thought this was going to play out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be open to that because it's really putting you on the path that you're meant to be on.
Yeah.
And when, you know, eclipse season is happening, it's happening so fast. And usually big changes like that, you think it takes a long time to get there. Eclipse season shows you, no, if it's meant to be, I'm about to do it in 2 days. You know what I mean? If it's meant to be, I'm going to do it in 2 weeks. So just be open to anything that happens that is like out of your normal perception of things. Like if you think, how can this happen? How did it happen like this? I would have imagined that it could happen like this. Just be ready for it.
Seriously. And don't try to hold on to the past. Like if a change has come, don't be like, oh, fuck. Like, start processing those feelings. Like, that was good to me, or man, that sucked. How can I be better? How can the situation be better next time? Don't try and hold on to it for dear life. Start processing.
It'll be like, you know, it will be a new beginning and an ending. Like, that's what it is. It's a solar and lunar eclipse. You're going to be letting go of shit, new shit's coming. Like, it's just going to be an intense phase of you know, dying and being reborn, especially because it's in Scorpio and Taurus.
That's why I said, too, don't try and hold on to things, though, too, because Taurus energy has a hard time with change, right? Even though Scorpio is very comfortable with it, I would say Taurus obviously is not.
Yeah.
So
be ready for it. And honestly, I would say the best thing to do is to just really move slowly through things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, really take a breath as much as you can in between everything this Scorpio season. Everyone's already very much like intense and aggressive and passionate. Passionate during Scorpio season. So really just understand that everyone else is also going through this feeling. And to not take shit personally, because we're all feeling very much uneasy and restless. So just beware of that energy. Like, whatever you're feeling, a lot of people around you are probably feeling it too. So don't take it too personal.
Try to be empathetic and understanding of what other people could be going through.
Absolutely.
Too.
And
I know
like,
it's hard when you're going through something to be like, oh, other people are going through it too, but try. I'm choosing.
Exactly. Try and like really the best advice also I can give people is like, if you're going through your own thing, which everyone probably will be, maybe it's also a good time to just be on your own a little bit. Like maybe you can be a little less available to people. I know that's how I'm going to be. I'm definitely going to be less available emotionally and physically because I'm going to be going through my own changes. So like, I really don't have the capacity to be there for people right now. And like, I'm okay with setting that boundary. So if you're not good at setting boundaries like that, you know, you have a couple more days to think about how you really want to approach this season of intense change. Because like I said in one of our other videos, like, you know, Scorpio, like, we know that we heal when we're more alone. So like, if you feel like you have some healing to do right now because of these changes, maybe be a little bit more in a hermit mode.
And discipline in that sense too. Because like, yeah, it's nice to go see your friends, but are they really helping you? Are they helping you heal, or are they continuing to drain you?
Absolutely.
Maybe judging you or something like that. You
know
what
I mean? Or like, maybe they're going through some crazy shit too, and they want their crazy shit to be the main topic of conversation, and you don't have the capacity for it. Like, say that. Be like, listen, I love you, but like, I'm kind of going through my own thing right now. Like, I can't be here for you right now. Like, I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't have it in me right now. Check on me in 2 weeks.
It's okay. It's 4 weeks. Sag season is right after, so then
Yeah.
you can have all the fun.
Exactly. Just and we're not saying I'm not saying
Yeah.
Scorpio season is not going to be fun.
No.
For me, it's going to be fun.
It is.
And you can manifest that if you want it to be too. But it will definitely be intenser
Yeah.
than normal.
So don't be like hard on yourself if you don't necessarily always want to be hanging out with your friends, or you want to hang out with them inside, have more of a cute, intimate moment.
Okay, so I'm watching Bachelor in Paradise. Love Bachelor in Paradise. And I've been watching Love Island since it started. Maya got on it. I got her to get on it. And, we love it now. And, if you're a watcher of Love Island, Casa Amor.
Yeah.
Like the concept of Casa Amor.
Wait.
Bro.
Did they do Casa Amor for
They brought the concept of Casa Amor to Bachelor in Paradise. And this is the first time it's ever happened. I tell y'all, I was getting ready for work. And I have the Bachelor in Paradise episode playing. And then I'm like, do. And they're like, we have a twist. I'm like, huh? And they're like, girls, pack your bags. And they bring in new girls there. The girls are pissed. I'm like shooketh. Like, how will I recover from this? This is too early in the morning.
You're like, right. You're like, I have to go to work.
And I was pissed because at first I thought they were going to be sexist because they weren't saying that new boys were coming.
Yeah.
New boys. They literally were like, yeah, here's new girls. Girls, you're going to go over here. And the girls were pissed. And you know how I feel.
Yeah,
because
I
Love
don't like
Island
when
Australia, they did that once where it was just the guys that got new girls. Like,
right, and the girls had to stay in this one bedroom
exactly.
together. It was
so I was
so weird.
pissed thinking that Bachelor Nation got us fucked up like that too. But apparently they're bringing boys too. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But still messy. And also straight up copying Love Island.
Right. Well, they see how successful it is.
I know, literally.
Everybody's copying Love Island these days.
But I just thought that was crazy. And the girls are going crazy right now.
Bet they are. Do they get to see clips of them?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
It literally just started. The twist just happened the other night. And I thought that was crazy. And my heart goes out to all the people that have been affected by this shift. Because I can only imagine, even on Love Island,
they were getting close. Some of them were it seemed like they were getting pretty.
I know, but it's still pretty early on. Like it's literally on the fourth week or something, or third week or something. Yeah, third week. Yeah. It's just insane, but I just wasn't expecting it, and they really got me.
That's going to be so juicy.
I just think it's so fucked up because never in a normal situation, hey, you guys have bonded.
That would happen.
And I love to see that you guys have bonded. But now we're going to separate the two of you and we're going to give you new people. And you can just fuck around all you want. And then you can come back and decide if you want to be together. I know. And I hate that everyone calls it's a test. It's a test. In the real world, if you needed a test, we'd be done.
Right.
But because it's a show, you just have to be understanding.
Right.
I would laugh at my man's face. If I was dating back in the day and they're like, it's a test. Like, she's a test. I'd be like, do you want me to punch you?
Right. You think that's going to...
at least lie to me. What is this test?
Right. At least say that you actually like her or something.
And that you don't know, and you don't know who you want.
I was testing our relationship.
Because no man has ever done that either. Most men don't do that. No. They're not like, I'm conflicted. I like the both of you.
Yeah.
Usually they're playing the both of you. And I feel like this show is trying to take the power back by telling them there's options here. And I guess it's not so bad because it's both. Yeah. When it's only one gender that gets to experience it, I think it's so fucked up. Yeah. Because what do you mean they have more options? Right. And I'm here begging.
What this situation kind of makes me think of is if, you were hot and heavy with someone in a relationship or a relationship. And then they ghost you for a little bit, a couple weeks, a week or two. And they're probably out there dating someone else, but then they come back a week or two later and they're like, hey.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get together.
And that happens.
Again.
That happens often. Okay, there's people who ghost.
You just boot up over there.
There's levels to this ghosting shit.
There is.
There's people who ghost because they typically, they don't know what it feels like to be in a healthy relationship. And as soon as they experience it, they kind of want to deuce the fuck out. You know what I mean? There's people who don't have good communication skills. And maybe they're going through some mental health struggles, so they dip the fuck out. And there's people who ghost because they just want to go see what else is out there. And when they see that that's not what they really wanted, they come back. Right. Because they really don't have the mental capacity. Yeah, they're stupid. They can't talk to two people at once. Right. So they really will just ghost you. Right. But then they come back. Right. For those people, I really have absolutely I don't have any patience for those people.
No, not at all.
Because you're just doing it because you're a hoe.
Yeah.
Not because you're going through some shit or you just haven't had the tools to navigate a healthy relationship.
Right. Gosh. Oh, I thought of one other person in this scenario or one other situation.
Yeah.
Of the person who's like always in a committed relationship, but whenever they're on a break, they suddenly start like texting people their little hoes again.
We were on a break. No, that's just.
I just don't like any of it.
My thing is, here's my thing with that. So we're on a break, and you so readily have people available to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems like a big red flag to me that out of nowhere, you just have people who are willing to text you right now.
Right.
Because me, I would have to be like, who the fuck am I going to talk to right now? Like, I haven't been talking to nobody else for years. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? But if you are in a break and you already have people lined up, that means you've been keeping those people warm.
Right.
They've been simmering on the stove.
Never got rid of your apps.
Exactly. Apps, texts. You've been deleting texts, probably changing their names on your phone. Yeah. I don't buy it.
Scandal.
I'm a detective. I know what you've been doing.
Right. You shady
fucking whore. All right, y'all. Thank you for kicking it with your girls while we talk about a little bit of everything. As always, we love y'all so much. We're going to link our socials somewhere over here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you're listening, don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe, or leave us a review on Apple, on Spotify, wherever the hell you're listening to. We really, really appreciate it. And if you're watching, comment down below about any of the topics we discussed. We really love interacting with y'all and seeing what you guys think. Honestly, it makes me so happy.
And don't forget to show Sarah some love for her birthday. Okay. Happy almost Scorpio season.
Yes.
It's almost there. I know the Scorpios are
one day away from the day they're watching.
Waiting.
Anticipating and anxiously. And all of it. Absolutely.
All of that.
We love y'all so much. We will see you next week. Bye.